Angel picture disc, Richard.
Thanks,
Half
man.
price book rules.
Yeah, sometimes.
Dethrone the
I
Son
call
of
them half
God
price
rules.
crooks.
Half price. Yes, totally.
They rip
Totally.
off.
They
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
horrible, dude. They're like, dude, you go in there now, it's like a CD. Even their CDs are like, you'll find shit for like $50. I'm like, really, dude?
You're
Really?
like, what is this? Half the price of 100?
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's just insane.
Is
They're
it rare
prices.
stuff or is it just like
Nah.
no?
Every now and then you might, if you like search for a while, maybe you'll find something, but not really anymore, you know.
You know what? It's been so long since I've been to a physical record store.
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, you have Sound Exchange,
Yeah, I
so
go
you
to
go
Sound
there.
Exchange. Yeah, I go to Sound Exchange.
Yeah, I go quite often to a place called Veneer. In fact, I'm going
Yeah.
there tomorrow to unload a lot of these metal records.
Oh,
That's
shit.
a cool store.
Yeah, it's a great store. A friend of mine,
What kind of prices do you think he'll give you for those fucking $50 records? You might want to look on Discogs before you unload those.
yeah, it really doesn't matter.
I know how you are, man. You just like to kick it on down the line.
Yep.
Yeah, my main concern is getting money to my friend because he's literally taking his last breaths.
Okay. I didn't know it was
dude,
like
he's
that.
on dialysis for like 8 hours a day. He doesn't have any kidneys, and he
Oh,
doesn't know if he's going to live 24
Oh,
hours
shit.
or 5 more years.
oh shit.
Oh shit! Sorry to hear
So
that.
yeah, it's really.
I thought
really
it was
sad.
one of those like pass it down the line friends because some of my friends do that too. They're like, here, you know what? Just take all my metal records, dude. I don't fucking fuck with these records.
Well, see, what happened was my friend that I went to go see today, he got all these records from another friend of ours that had also passed away.
Mm.
And this is going to freak you guys out. This is sad, but my friend Clarence had this record collection. Hey, what's up?
What's up,
And
Carl?
he had thousands and thousands and thousands of albums, but unfortunately, they were all over on the floor. They weren't on the shelves or anything like that.
Right.
And when he died in his apartment, his body kind of exploded because nobody, discovered him for weeks. And
Holy
so
shit.
all the bio spread. So
Oh shit!
all the albums were on the floor, so they literally had to throw away hundreds and hundreds of probably a couple of thousand albums.
Damn.
And
You
the
know what?
ones-
My friend Evan, he just had his friend pass away, and he has to go to his friend's house with a U-Haul actually, and go get all his records and his CDs or whatever.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
That's wild, dude. That's a wild story.
That's pretty wild. The guy exploded all over his own records in death.
Yeah. So,
God damn.
Wow.
but some were on top of other records. So
Right.
he got about maybe 2,000 albums. When there was probably maybe 6,000 or 8,000 records.
Damn.
And
You think the guy threw all his records on the floor and he just like died on top of them purposely in a way? He's like, I love my records.
I don't know. I don't think so. It's kind of weird. This guy was really strange. He was a hoarder, and he had all these thousands of records, but I don't know if he even had a record player.
Mm.
It
Wow.
was pretty weird.
Oh, torture. Yeah.
And like you saw that all these records are still in the shrink wrap. It's like he opened them and maybe looked at them. So I don't know.
Well, you know what? I mean, if anybody was like me, I mean, I would buy the record, right? I would tape it onto a blank tape, and then
Yep.
I would just take the record and put it aside afterwards.
Yep, that's what I did.
Yeah.
I always taped my records because I didn't want to ruin my records.
It wasn't even about me ruining them. It was more about the convenience of me being able to play them in my Walkman and walk around with them.
Or in my car, I had a tape deck.
In the car, for sure.
Yeah, well,
Makes-
I didn't have a car like until I was maybe like 20, but yeah, so like when I was like if I would go to a record store, like I wouldn't even look at the records at first. I would look at all the cassettes. And then because cassettes seemed like they were bigger at some point than records. And then I'd be like, oh, there's no cassette of like this, like say Venom record or something, And I'd be like, all right, let me go look at the fucking records. And I'd be like, shit, I got to get it on record. Now it's the complete opposite, right? Like, no one gives a fuck about everyone's like, vinyl, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because today when I went to visit my friend, actually, one of the reasons I went down there was to pick up a bunch of cassettes. He has hundreds and hundreds of cassettes. And a friend of mine has a cassette label, and he's having the swap meet next month. So I decided, all right, I'll go down there and pick up all the cassettes so I'll have a place to sell them. Right. And when I got down there, that's when he said, hey, man, you want to dig through the records and you can pull out all your metal records that you want. So that's when I spent about 2 hours digging through about 2,000 albums and found about 80 or 90 metal records.
I'm still a cassette whore. Me too, man. A little bit.
Yeah, I've even got 8 tracks.
Shit.
Like Tower of Power, Eagles.
I think I got that Eagles somewhere.
Oh yeah, Richard just sent Charles that fucking Kiss. What was it, Destroyer? Which one was it?
Yeah, Kiss Destroyer 8-track.
Yeah.
Where's he gonna play it? Has he got an 8-track in his car?
No, but
it's a novelty. You know,
that's like a huge album for.
Oh yeah.
For Richard.
For 8-trackers.
For Charles, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that 8-track was in my dad's car when I was young, you know? So I get it, you know, that and Grateful Dead and something else.
Grateful Dead.
Fucking Grateful Dead 8-tracks.
This is my nephew, Oliver, dude.
What's up, Oliver?
Whoa.
Metalhead. So
thank you for joining the Death Metal podcast thing.
Oh yeah, I met him at your show, right? Yeah, that's right.
You sure did. That's right.
I did.
Yeah. Necron, are we casting on you right now too?
Yeah, we should be.
All right, good. Francisco, I didn't see yours.
I didn't even think about it, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, let me see if I can stick him on here.
Yeah.
Okay. I see we are on. I see like secondary commentaries coming in. What's up, everybody? That's got to be on you, brother. My mom and dad had the Blizzard of Oz on 8-track. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
From
Blizzard
Rio de Janeiro. Rio de
Janeiro.
Thank you. Brazil.
Rio de Janeiro.
What about Ratos de Pereira?
Oh, yeah. I saw them once. I think they came to South by Southwest one year. And I saw them play. They had like a big heavy set singer, right? Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I remember the album they put out years ago because I would hung out with a Brazilian friend, and he's like, "The album is called Brazil, man. You need to check it out."
Oh yeah.
I remember that one. I remember.
Yeah.
It was a good record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good band, dude.
Did y'all remember Overdose from Brazil?
Overdose. Yes.
Yeah.
That split with Sepultura, right?
Yeah, they did that split.
Yeah.
Overdose. That's ancient.
All right, so we're live now on Jamming Out All Badass and El Necron's Witching Hour and Death Metal Podcast. TripleCasters! Just like last night.
Yeah, Gordo from RDP. Yeah, dude, that RDP rules.
Yes.
Yeah, they were cool, man. I like that particular record because it had like a hardcore, like thrashcore crossover or whatever.
Yeah. The first album is total hardcore punk and it rules.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard that one. What's that one called?
It's something in Brazilian. Sistema something. I don't remember.
The Unholy Trinity of Tube Tormentors. Yo, we got this guy to come on last night.
Finally.
Yeah, I know, after all these years.
After 2 years.
After 2 years as a watcher, No Baloney Anzalone came on live.
Oh, he did.
Necron's channel.
No Baloney Anzalone.
It's a great name.
Exactly.
That's why around my head. It's real catchy. It's like a pop song.
Yeah, that I remember. I think he was like the first name that I like. Kind of stuck with me when I first started doing
because I remember we were live and we were cracking up at his name.
Yeah,
that would be a good band.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
Crucifido Pello Sistema.
That's the one. Yeah, that's that RDP.
Cool, man. Quick
Does
question,
anybody,
FP.
Does anybody
What?
know how to pronounce the first, like, My Dying Bride album? Do you remember that one?
Mm,
My
that's a
Dying
good one.
Bride had an album called Et Sperna Imperium or something like that. It was real long. It was a great record.
Oh, that's a fucking
real
killer.
heavy and doomy.
Yeah, that was a. I had the My Dying Bride. I think it was like Your God Is Alone 7-inch. I had gotten from Listenable Records. I guess right before that full length came out on Peaceville or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, those first two records of My Dying Bride, they're fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, they were really good. I haven't heard them in a long time.
Yeah, I would like to have some of those ones are like, like you go back and like I have some of the early Paradise Lost records, like Lost Paradise.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Right.
And the that in-dub one where they drop out all the drums and everything on Rotting Misery.
I saw Paradise Lost with Morbid Angel at Liberty Lunch in Austin. And I saw someone get shot that night.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was weird. I just happened to be outside and I heard this pow. And when I turned around, I just saw this guy like drop. And then I saw this hand with a gun pointed out of a car.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, whoa, I just saw somebody get shot and just kind of ran away.
It's interesting because I went to a Morbid Angel show and I saw somebody get stabbed.
Whoa.
I didn't see him physically get stabbed, but he was in the lobby stabbed. And he was like, I'm going to fucking own this place. It was at this club, this place called Club Benet in New Jersey. They played a show. It was like Ripping Corpse, Morbid Angel, and Biohazard. So, like, for some reason, like, the crowd went nuts and they fought the bouncers or whatever. And then Club Benet is, like, really fancy. So they had, like, a nice purple curtain and everything. And then they tried to put the curtain down on the show. And then, like all these dudes jumped on the curtain and they were, like, hanging on it while it was, like, going down, like, real slow and shit. And then once it got down pretty low, they started ripping the fucking curtain down and shit. There was people standing on top of tables, throwing fucking metal chairs at other people and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was leaving, and there was someone in the lobby, and he was stabbed in the stomach. He's like, "I got stabbed. I'm gonna own this place."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, get an ambulance, bro. What are you yelling at the club for?
I remember some dude got stabbed at Marching Plague show here in San Antonio.
Oh,
During their pit. Yeah.
Oh shit, my boy Lemmy from Germany. What's up, Lemmy? We've been trying to promote some of the NRW shows. My man.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm going to throw a plug up for Lemmy and his boys, too, here, because they got 2 upcoming shows in Wermelskirchen. Hold on, let me just take down his comment. So the Hymns of Eternal Damnation is coming up, and then a bunch of good bands on that. And then there's one more. Where the fuck is it? This is it. This is the first announcements of the Death Fest 17 with Putridarium, Twitch of the Death Nerve, Altars, and Fossilization for Brazil. German death metal fucking rules, dude. Yeah, our last one, the last festival for one of those.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah.
Bill Maloney's comment is perfect about the dude.
Hilarious, yeah. Yeah, because they have Marching Plague has a song called Rock and Roll Asshole.
Oh, they do? Marching Plague?
Yeah.
Marching Plague with my buddy Jeff Smith, still friends. You guys were surprised that Teddy Tommy was on my live stream?
Yeah, I was like, who's that?
Yeah, well, we were live together on IG one time, too.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he had hopped on the Death Metal Podcast, IG, and he was, like, showing all these fucking Texas fucking demos and shit, and I was like, yo, man, you should come on the YouTube as well, dude, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. It was cool seeing them on here, you know?
I mean, I try, you know what? It's like, I want to have, like, different people on, too. I mean, no offense to you guys, obviously, because we always can carry the conversation together.
This is the first time you have a poser on your show.
Oh. Not quite, Richard. I mean, you seem a little ahead of the curve on our, for over me at least.
Richard is the furthest thing from a poser.
Yeah, like you were probably at like the first death shows.
But does he know who paralysis is? If he knows,
It's an inside thing.
It's inside joke. Don't even.
I get it though.
Richard, did you see Richard? Yeah, Richard saw a lot of early shows at like Austin and I guess Dallas, since you were right in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm going to bring on Mark Odechuk, who was at the first early death shows and all the early like Morbid Angel and this and that. He went to some.
A couple of months ago, I had lunch with Jason McMaster from Watchtower. He's a good friend of my brother's, and they were going out to this Mexican restaurant. My brother said, "Hey, you want to come join me and Jason? We're going to go out and eat." I said, "Yeah." And we talked for a couple of hours at the restaurant.
I'm a total Jason McMaster fanboy.
Dude, he rules, dude. He's one of the coolest guys.
And he's so cool. Yeah, he's very grounded.
Cheers, Lemmy. Thanks for stopping in, brother. You the man, bro. I can't wait to come back to Germany and party with you guys. Sing fucking David Hasselhoff songs together.
I mean, Richard has had. I think I remember. Didn't you tell me, Richard, you had like lunch with like John DePlache too at one point or something like that?
Oh yeah, I used to hang around with them all the time.
Yeah, there you go. No poser right here, man.
That drove us to that Napalm Death show with At the Gates. When they played then. And I got a photo of John talking to Jesse Pintado.
Oh, wow.
As far as I know, it's the only known photograph of Necrovore meeting Terrorizer.
Oh, that's wild, dude.
Yeah, I saw them together talking. Went, that's a Kodak moment.
Hell yeah!
Pretty wild.
For that photo? Oh, that's awesome, dude. I seen that photo. Yeah.
Was Austin always a pretty good metal scene?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, we had Agony Column. I don't know if you remember those guys.
Stuart
Rose. I mean, I know the name, but whenever I think of Austin, I always think of like folk singers for some reason. Like Townes Van Zandt or something.
Austin had a lot of like punk hardcore shit,
What's up, brother?
And the Dicks.
Big Boys, the Dicks.
NBC.
Yeah,
check this out.
I found one dude on that heavy metal parking lot. He's like, the Dicks.
So I found this today after 20 years. It is Naugahyde Dream Sequence CD. And it features Randy Biscuit Turner.
Oh, yeah.
And Mike Scascia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and two of the guys that I worked with at Bearded Lady Printing, Josh and JD, the owners, they're also in this band. It was their side project. So you got like punk, metal, and noise combo on this. And
am I the only non-Texan here, or what?
Yeah, you are. You are.
I feel outnumbered.
You're honorary.
Even Teddy Tommy is Texas.
You're honorary, dude. Honorary Texan.
Yeah. I'm ready to leave.
What about your nephew here? Like, we should put him on too. We want to hear some of his,
He's like getting into it. So talk about what you think of metal nowadays and
Well, yeah, I guess as being a younger guy around people in my college and high school, I'd say metal's a little non-existent. You don't really see too many people who are fans of it. I had a guy invite me to a concert because I was the only other dude in like the whole college that listens to metal. So he was just off of that basis. He's like, "You want to go to a show with me?"
Right.
So
did you know him or
hardly? I knew him for like a week, and he just came up. He's like, "You're the only other dude who listens to metal here, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Want to go to a show?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So
that's typical metalhead behavior.
Yeah, it's funny to hear that. I didn't know that story.
Well, was it the Pius Leva show, like his first underground show?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And he got taken out too, right? Remember? He went in the pit and he was hanging for a while until they got the big. There's big Texas guys and one guy out, but he learned
snakes hanging out of their mouth and shit.
So, have you been to other underground shows since that one?
I went to his.
You went to the second
I
show
went to the
too.
second show, but haven't really been able to get out to some other ones.
Okay.
I had a tooth extraction and COVID recently on college work and all that. It's been kind of difficult to get
Yeah.
out. Also, money problems. But
Well, now you got a feel for the underground show, though. So you feel like
What do you think the difference was? Like, you've been to big concerts and underground. How did you feel about that?
I like underground more.
Yeah.
Like, just the feel of it feels better. I like the way the atmosphere feels. I like the friendliness, and you feel more in touch with everything around you. It isn't just like this corporate stuff. You aren't just like a cow pushed into a pen kind of thing.
Yeah.
You walk around and enjoy yourself. I really like that.
Yeah, bands are put on this pedestal and that you have to completely stay away from, like at underground shows,
And he's right with the crowd. The crowd, you're treated like in cattle in the crowd too. They're like, all right, everybody move over here.
It's completely true. Yeah.
Where underground show, like you go outside if you want to smoke a cigarette or something, if they still let you do that, you know what I mean, maybe, or like, you know what I mean, or you talk to someone in the crowd, or someone just starts talking to you, you know what I mean, with seats and like concerts, it's really like
it's like, hey,
it's not fun.
Keep it moving, keep it moving,
Yeah, it's not as fun, man.
Did you talk? I mean, I wasn't with him the whole time, so I guess you talked to different people there, right?
Yeah, the first time around, I talked to quite a few people. There was one guy that was like a real big fan of Pius, and I talked to him about it all and all that. He was just happy to tell me about metal. I guess he saw that I was young and inquiring, and gave me some great info, and I was actually pretty happy. And yeah, plenty of people will just sit there and talk to you. The people at the front, I asked for a drink. Obviously, I can't drink alcohol yet, but they let me get unlimited Sprite for free. And you know what? That made my night.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
people from different age groups do come on here sometimes. Like even Jake's Metal Chat guy, like he's younger than I am or you guys. You know what I mean? So like I like to hear it from every group too, man. Mm-hmm. And everything you're saying, I love hearing, man. That like. The underground, you feel like you could just start shooting the shit with like the person next to you. You know what I mean? It feels good. Also, there's something about going to a show at like a smaller club. Something about that low ceiling, right? Like it brings like a heavier fucking sound out of your face.
Yeah, it surrounds you.
Yeah,
well,
like it really.
You're in it. You're a part of it.
You're a part of it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm totally jealous of people hearing something for the first time again, because we'll never get that chance to hear.
I know
Morbid Angel for the first time again. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I am a little jealous of that too. Like I'm jealous that I won't get that high again.
But there are some bands that kind of give me that little like, wow, dude, that's awesome. Like
that little high.
I heard 200 Stab Wounds when I heard Gate Creeper, and then when I heard Sangua Sugar Blog.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, so check this out.
No, you're right.
Like this photo right here. Let's see if I get the camera on it.
That's good.
There we go. So this singer is wearing a Deeds of Flesh t-shirt. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a crazy story. I'm a really good friend of John Zig, that artist that did the album cover.
Right.
And I remember going to his tattoo shop one day, and he said, "Hey man, I'm working on this album cover. It's for this band called Deeds of Flesh. Have you heard of them?" I went, "No." And he showed me that cover as he was working on it. I was like, "Oh wow." And it stuck in my mind. And then years later, I remember somebody having the CD and said, "Oh wow, I remember seeing that cover being made." Wow. And then when I bought the Sangua Sugar Bog album and saw the singer wearing that shirt, I was like, whoa, dude, this is coming like full circle.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? I was just like, wow, I was there.
Yeah, those are super cool dudes too.
Now, was that intentional? Did he like intentionally wear that shirt? He just happened to be wearing that shirt that he drew or whatever for his album?
He just happened to be wearing it.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's wearing a Deeds of Flesh shirt on his Sanguisugabal. He's a fan of Deeds of Flesh. He's a fan of old school death metal.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
but I'm
other
saying
shirt-
like the artwork, because the same artist drew it. I didn't know if he kind of put that together. It's like, oh, I'm going to wear the shirt to kind of show that, I guess
No,
the
two different
connection.
bands. Two different
Yeah.
bands.
Two different. Necron, did you get work done from John Zig?
Yeah, he did this werewolf.
Did an art piece on you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, his tattoos are giant. And he did just like,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You're all zigged up.
yeah,
Zigged up.
Yeah, dude.
great price too. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. Okay.
Yeah, his caliber of art is just incredible. I mean, it's sensational. Jeez,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
saw
he
that
was
label,
beyond
Corpse
known.
Gristle Records, was coming back too, quite a bit with a bunch of releases.
Oh yeah, I remember them guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're out of Houston, if I remember.
Oh yeah,
I think so, or somewhere near Houston.
they've been pretty busy in the last like 2 years. Just
Is it
re-putting
that
out like
Brian?
old Devourment stuff and stuff.
Is
So
that
I
who?
got a crazy. I got a kind of
Big
crazy
Ball
story.
Brian.
So this was many years ago. I was at a little restaurant in Austin called Magnolia Cafe, and I walked in and I saw Billy Milano there because he was living here in Austin. I
Right.
saw Billy Milano sitting down, and I was like, "Oh wow, there's Billy Milano." And about 5-10 minutes later, Rocky Erickson walks in to the restaurant, and he sits behind Billy Milano, so they're like back to back. And I was like, "Whoa, dude! Rocky Erickson and Billy Milano are back to back." And I had to do something, so I went up to Billy Milano and asked him, "Hey, man, do you know who Rocky Erickson is?" He says, "No." I said, "Oh, well, he invented psychedelic music as we know it. I would like to introduce you to him if that's okay." He goes, "Sure." And so I went up to Rocky Erickson and said, "Do you know who Billy Milano is? He kind of put together the punk and metal with this band SOD." He's like, "No, I've never heard of that." And so I was like, "Would you mind turning around?" And they both turned around at each other, and I introduced them to each other, and they shook their hands and said, "Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you." I was like, "Okay." I just wanted to forge the psychedelic and the metal together. But go ahead, continue with your lunch. Don't let me go. So
Oh, that's pretty sick, dude.
yeah, I had to have them meet. But
You're like, yo, I have to connect this.
Bringing
Yeah.
worlds together.
Yeah,
Two
bringing
worlds.
two
I mean-
worlds together.
well, because I literally think that SOD, Billy Milano influenced. I mean, their album went platinum.
Right.
And that's all the people that bought it. That's not including all the people that, tape traded and
Taped
dubbed
it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and like Rocky Erickson, his 13th floor elevators literally set the foundation for psychedelic music. So, as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned, both of those bands influenced not just hundreds, but thousands and thousands of people.
I agree.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Totally.
Oh, there's another crazy story about Rocky Erickson. I was living with some friends, and they were friends with the guys in that band or that magazine called Thorazine. Do you remember Thorazine?
I remember that name. Yeah.
Okay, a couple of the guys from Thorazine came over to my house one time, and they went to go interview Rocky Erickson. But they went to his mom's house, and his mom said, "Oh, he doesn't live here." And they said, "Well, can we get his address?" And she was kind of hesitant at first. And finally, she gave him his address. And so they went to his apartment. And when they pulled up to the apartment complex, they said they heard this bunch of loud Tejano music just going on, just blaring. And when they got up to his apartment, it was him that was blaring the Tejano music. And they like pounded on his door. And when he opened up the door, he was drenched in sweat and just wearing tidy whities. And he's like, "Are you the guys with the hamburgers?" And the guys were like, "No, we're with Thorazine magazines. We'd like to come and interview you."
Oh, you got
Like,
with the hair.
"You didn't bring the hamburgers?" And they're like, "No, we didn't bring the hamburgers." Well, of course, Rocky was on all kinds of medication and was just
Yeah.
gone. And so anyway, they go in and they start talking to him and doing an interview. And after a few minutes, Rocky's like, "Man, I really wish you guys would have brought those hamburgers." And they're like, "Well, I tell you what, we can take you to Whataburger and get you some hamburgers if you'd like that." And he's like, yeah, let's do that. So they take him to the drive-thru, they get him hamburgers, they go back to his house, and they continue the interview for a few more minutes. And then they say, "Well, we're going to wrap it up and we're going to go." And then Rocky says, how are you guys going to leave? Your van's broke down. And they weren't even in a van, they were in a car. And they were like, our van? It's like, yeah, it's broken. You guys can stay here if y'all need to stay. And like, no, we're going to go check on the van real quick. We'll be right back. And so they just left. It was like,
Wow.
this is a little too freaky.
Getting a little weird in here.
He was gone, dude. I mean, yeah.
He's like, hold on, I got to slip in some dry whiteys.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the Nardwuar interview with Rocky Erickson?
No.
It's fucking amazing, dude.
Oh, dude, Nardwuar's my hero, dude. He's like my mental role model and idol.
The part of the documentary where he's got all the noise on for sleeping? Interesting. I guess he's talking about Rocky Erickson.
Rocky Erickson?
Yeah, Rocky Erickson.
Yeah.
Legendary. Where's my hamburger?
Where's my hamburgers?
You guys got hamburgers for me?
First question off the bat. Like,
That's right. You guys with the hamburgers?
You guys with the hamburgers.
All right, off the subject. I wanted to throw it back on today, or is it after? No, it's not. It's still today. So 5 years ago today, we lost the innovator in black death metal and old thrash, which was Killjoy.
Oh,
so I wanted to play an old Necrophagia song.
completed this eve to fulfill our wrath. One vacant soul still left to join us. He shall fall like all others before him.
We're back.
Dude, I accidentally put Frasier in temporary timeout.
Oh, I see that.
You see?
Yeah, I see it. It says Frasier is blocked for 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, Frasier. It was
Sorry,
an accident. I swear, dude, it was an accident.
He had a small cameo. Yeah, Killjoy had a small cameo in August Underground Mortem. Yeah, which is super fucking sick. The best thing Vincent Crowley ever did in his life, that and Black Blood Vomitorium. 2 different Vincent Crowleys, I believe, but yeah. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of another guy. Amazing top tier legends with album artwork. So metal, yeah. You know what? We're gonna be doing eventually. We're gonna be doing a death metal podcast interview with Drew Elliott, who drew the original Necrophagia stuff. So I was talking to him a week or two ago. Yeah, like I just want to try to compile up some of those old thrash metal attack records, and you know what I mean. Try to have him on and talk about the old art that he did for New Renaissance, and yeah, he's a cool guy, man.
That's cool, Roy.
Gods and Guns.
Oh, that's Ivy column.
Yeah, I can call him
God, Guns, and Guts.
Yeah.
Whatever Phil calls himself in Necrophagia, yeah. I was thinking of the other Vincent Crowley from Acheron. Maybe it's not Crowley, though.
The true.
Actually, I might listen to those Pantera records because they don't have that singer.
Yeah, Anton Crowley. Okay.
Anton
I mean,
Crowley.
Do you have those records originally, or
the
you
Pantera
just
records?
Yeah.
No, I never had them. No.
Yeah. Are you just rejecting them for the sake of they're just poser records, or because I've heard that those are good records compared to, and then I've heard the other side too, where they're like, that's the poser record stuff.
Well, the first time I ever really heard Pantera's new stuff, I remember I was at the back room. I can't remember what band I was seeing, but they were playing this new Pantera, and I thought it was Exhorder. I could swear that's Exhorder. I was like, whoa! And this kid said, "Hey, do you know who's playing?" And I said, "This has got to be the new Exhorder." And this kid says, "No, dude, this is the new Pantera." And I said, "No, man, this is definitely not Pantera." He goes, "No, Pantera sounds like this now." I was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, this is the new Pantera." And from that second, I was like,
Yeah, I've heard that story before, dude. You're not the first person that said that they basically jacked Exhorder.
They jacked the Exhorder sound and the Dead Horse look, the style, and they smashed that together, and they became the new Pantera. And that's why I never really cared for them.
Would that be on the Cowboys from Hell record, or would it be on that second one?
What now?
Was that on the Cowboys from Hell, or was it on the next one after that? Because those other 2 records you showed, those are like hair metal ones, right?
Right, they're the hair metals. I guess they're before, right? Yeah,
those are before. So like, and then Pantera, I don't know, they had like 2 little phases of like I don't know what the word I'd want to use right there, but
rebranding.
Weak shit.
Rebranding.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else sucked that was new? Remember New Coke? New Coke fucking sucked.
Oh, yeah, New Coke.
But the Pantera record, it came with this little page that says Pantera Fan Club. Ooh,
yeah.
If you want to be the best in headbanging, kick-ass rock and roll, heavy metal rules. Yes. You get, oh my God, Diamond Daryl, Vince Paul, Rex Rocker.
Rex Rocker.
$6.98 for a shirt.
That's too
Well,
much.
this album it was $4.99, $7.98.
$7.98.
Yeah, $7.98.
Nice price.
Damn,
Nice
the nice
price.
price. Exactly. remember, yeah, remember that? The
nice
nice price.
Burt
I
Bacharach
remember
has a nice price.
Pantera. Remember when Cowboys came out? They were like acting like they were a brand new band. Like, if you ever look at any of the old promos they were doing, they made it sound like this is a new band. It just started, and wow, it's really
Yeah,
bad.
they did act like they were a new band, so they like rejected those old records, right?
They were
I
before the
reject-
Oh shit! We got Severus in the house.
Oh shit!
We got sound.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yeah, cool, man. Thank you
Wait.
for popping in, man.
Black Gold, is that a strip bar?
Yeah.
How's it going, fellas?
This is our studio where we practice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool, man. Yeah,
Anyone
I've been a
who's in the
fan
media
of
area.
Severus for a while. You put out the stuff with Transylvania tapes or whatever.
Yes.
Killer stuff. Are you guys playing other bands too, or just Severus?
We have
Yeah.
other projects.
Yeah.
We all have side projects.
You're all in 6 other bands.
Pretty much,
Yeah,
I
kinda,
think.
yeah. Yeah,
Cool, man.
like our
And
main-
then what do you call it? With you were mentioning, your singer was mentioning you guys recorded some new stuff or something.
yeah,
Yeah, new album.
already done. We just need to lay down vocals, and it
And some
should be complete.
post production stuff too.
Yeah.
And then work.
Where do you guys record or whatever?
It's called Dead Stare Audio with our buddy Andrew. He's the guy that recorded our first album as well.
Okay, cool.
Back
cool.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got a pretty big sound on that, you know.
Well, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
Hopefully
Yeah.
this one
That's
much
cool.
larger, much more different for sure.
Much fatter with a PH.
Matter with a pH. Maybe that good California weed help, or
100%.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
hell
We're
yeah.
blessed, we're blessed to
And
be
you
in a
guys-
legal state.
You guys are
Yeah.
moving on to another label, right?
Yeah, we're on a $20 spin for the next
$20
album.
spin. Cool. Yeah, I noticed $20 spin has been pretty busy, you know?
They've been picking up a lot.
Yeah. All
And
the
they
time.
even they did a Command, who are some guys that we know too out here.
Okay.
Their
Good
new
shit.
one's coming out.
Super good shit.
Yeah, crazy good.
I think I've seen that around, or seen them maybe. They played Vinnie Bo's Fest back in like 2000. Are they they've been around for a while, or?
There's like two bands with that
There's two
name.
bands.
That's
Oh, okay.
that's the same, but one's death metal and one is like heavy metal.
Okay, gotcha. What other bands that are notable that we might know that you guys playing? Anything that I might know more than the rest of the people here, except Richard Santos
like-
like Sanguisugabog. So
I mean, notable probably none. They're all little like side projects, but
Yeah, this is the main.
yeah, this is
project.
like our like main project.
all right, cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
for
do-
sure.
Yeah, I do like a prog band on the side. That's like another main project for me. He does prog, shoegazy stuff, fucking post black. He's also in Zompantli now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And then I do like a doom and a shoegaze thing on the side too.
All right, well, you're in the right place because we were just talking about Rocky Erickson and Billy Milano meeting each other. So
I want to start a band that does game show music. You know, like, it sounds like you just won a prize, and you have to run up to the stage, put the horns, put some crap.
You won't have to use that lame fucking hey everybody come up to the front kind of stage banter. You just play your songs and everybody will run up.
you know what? When I was vending at the festivals, they have that cannon that you shoot T-shirts through or whatever.
Yeah,
And I was like, yo, man, we need that, dude. Like, that would change the whole vend here, you know?
Oh, yeah.
People kill themselves for a fucking $2 shirt being shot out of a cannon, man.
Well, I had just thought about it because I was like, yo, if we got one of those at the vending booth, I mean, because we were vending outside at the Maryland Death Fest.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, man, if we shot that cannon off every once in a while, there would probably be a lot of people flipping out right now, and they would be like hanging around and shit, you know?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, you guys might want to consider that if you go out on a tour. Is Severus, you guys play mostly studio stuff? You play some live shows? I have seen flyers of you guys out there.
Yeah, we're going on tour next month.
Oh, cool.
So we have like a one-off show on the 1st down in Long Beach, and then we're going up to Victoria and Vancouver in Canada, and then Seattle and Portland, then back down to here to LA and then San Diego. We're playing with Atrabilis and Anagmanum.
Label mates, yeah. $20 been label mates. And then Killtown Death Fest in August.
And yeah, you're playing the Killtown Death Fest. That's awesome.
Yeah. That one should be fun.
Yeah, that lineup looks phenomenal. And while I'm at it, I have to send a shout out to my friend David from Undergang. Just talking to him today, actually. He has a show coming up, which is Unearthed Morbidity Festival.
Yeah, that's the other fest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have a flyer here to show. Where the fuck is it?
The Return of Spiritual Voice.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Killtown's sick as fuck. I mean, this, like, I'm you know, like, as an American, like, sometimes I'm on the fence when I see some of these fests in Europe, you know? But
Yeah.
I was talking to my man today. They got Undergang, Spectral Voice, Faceless Burial, Mortuous, Fetid, Caustic, Phenolith, Miasmic, Necrosis.
The boy just got added to that too, like fucking Loki.
No way, really?
Which
That's awesome.
Fratricide or Necropsy?
Necropsy Order.
Oh, okay.
He just
Yeah,
got
you
loaded.
guys are from Cali, obviously. You guys know, like, you play shows with Mortuous or anybody?
Not yet, but we
yeah.
had play shows with their like sister band, Vorlest.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like some members in Vorlest and then like Mortuous, Necrot. They all like rotate those 3 bands.
Yeah, Necrot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
man. It's a good scene out. It seems like there's a good scene coming out of Cali in general.
Definitely.
Wasn't $20 Spin from Cali originally?
Yeah, Dave is from like Northern California.
Right.
And he moved out. I think he's in Pittsburgh right now, or in Philly or something.
Yeah, I saw that because I saw his mailing address changed.
Yeah, but
it's weird because Enrique from Sadistic Intent, he also is moving to Pittsburgh. So is there like a Cali to Pittsburgh thing going on, or?
Oh yeah,
like a pipeline.
Yeah, Cali to Pittsburgh pipeline or something.
Yeah, because we're not allowing any more in Texas, so they got to go somewhere else.
Yeah, the rest of my panel is all guys from Texas here. We got Austin, Clute, and San Antonio.
Yeah, exactly. Clute.
Yeah, Clute.
Big state. It's hard to drive through.
I'm in New York though, but I find myself like live casting with a lot of Texans for some reason. I don't know why.
Because we got going on.
Because it's like half the size of the country.
Yeah, that's true.
Big state, yeah.
Wait,
You
what
got,
time?
like, 5 scenes there too, in a way.
You say Pittsburgh, and Sam Biles pops up in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Sam from Hideous Mengeles?
Yeah.
Interveracity? Fuck yeah, Interveracity. Oath of Cruelty.
Inveracity.
Yeah, Interveracity shirt.
Shout out.
Pittsburgh is a city.
What's up,
I
Jeremy?
remain
Hope you guys are doing well. Listening to Mortician Final Bloodbath earlier today. Texas death metal, baby. What's up, Sam Biles? Fucking Hideous Mengeles. So yeah, man, I'm definitely, like, for a little while, I've been checking out the stuff, like, obviously, if a band, moves me in a certain way, like, I'll continue to just see what they're doing new, you know what I mean?
For sure. We can't wait for you guys to hear it, honestly. It's gonna be
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, like for me, it's just like I do the death metal podcast thing, not just to talk about like all the old bullshit that I did. You know what I mean? You know, I've been around the block as a death metaler. You know.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the people that come on here, it's like I notice, like in general, like you know, a lot of us are older or went to these old fucking Slayer shows and this and that. But the thing is, like, I don't just listen to that. You know what I mean? I listen to like, you know, regular fucking new death metal demos on like, you know, Bandcamp and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like there's a whole entire like a good ass scene out there beyond just like, you know, where certain like older cats might just like cut it off. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's
like
definitely a new resurgence going on that's really good.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Francisco, your band is definitely on top tier.
Yeah, but I'm old.
Yeah, Francisco, the ETD stuff is pretty fucking brutal, dude. You know,
Yeah.
regardless of how old you are.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, you got a lot of Regurgitate in there and some Repulsion. You know what I mean? Even though those are old bands, I mean, the sound, the big sound that JD and the drums and everything. I mean, that ETD stuff. Now, I mean, I got the new Noxious Ruin fucking.
Did you get it in?
Oh, cool.
That one's hard.
So like this had the ETD in it as well, you know?
Yeah, that's a really cool magazine.
Yeah, that I wrote an article for them. With it had to do with the old Gorephobia show or whatever.
Yeah, that's badass.
But yeah, the killer fucking layout and shit. I think this is the article right here.
It is a good magazine.
Nice.
Yeah, it was about the day of fucking death. I
Yeah,
see
that's badass.
Ken's Death Metal Crypt in here too.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's a great magazine.
Yeah.
And it comes with a compilation tape.
Yeah, it came with a fucking. Are you guys on this comp too?
Yeah. We should be we should be on there. I was
Cool,
told
man.
we were on there.
Yeah, you're on here.
Yeah.
You're called Eat the Decay though.
Oh, okay, yeah. What are you
Yeah,
gonna,
he's like, yeah.
what are you gonna do? But it's cool. Really well done, professional magazine, dude. And my favorite thing about it is that they feature artists, like, you know, in there, and that's pretty cool. Especially if like you're in a band and you look at somebody's style and it might fit your band, and you could reach out to somebody and hey, can you do something? Would you like to do some artwork for us or whatever? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I agree, man. It's cool to I mean, he mixes it in like the old Flophouse of the Freaks, right?
yeah, totally.
Where you got like, you know, more than one style inside your zine. Like he's got the art thing going and he's got the music thing going at the same time, you know?
Right, and he does features and interviews, which is cool.
Yeah.
So,
And print zines in general seem like they kind of went away just a little bit, right?
Yeah. They definitely went away. But that one, dude, is, man, top notch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also the other product that guy from Noxious Ruins puts out, like his cassettes.
Yeah.
Those are crazy, dude.
Yeah, he does all those weird layouts and shit, right?
Yeah, and they're all like hand printed, kind of screen printed. I like that underground ethos, you know what I mean?
Totally.
I went to Flatstock this weekend at the Austin Convention Center. It's the poster show, the silk screen poster show.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah?
Man, I was just completely overwhelmed by the magnitude of the artistic creativity in all those posters. Just the caliber of their color schemes and everything is just brilliant. The ideas. I mean, I just can't imagine trying to like register a 10-color job screen. You know?
Yeah, and then with those posters, you have to put them on like drying racks. Like I print
exactly.
shirts.
Right.
Yeah, like
or
I print
you know what I'm talking
t-shirts,
about.
and they just dry. Yeah, they just dry through like a belt
Speed
dryer
printing.
thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
sure.
listen, we're gonna play a song from your last album because you probably can't play your new shit, right? Cool, man. That was sick.
Thanks. Really good.
Thank
Shit,
you.
really?
Good fucking heavy ass sound, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for whoever said I look like Seth Putnam, by the way.
That was I think Sam Biles from Hideous Mengeles, if I'm not mistaken.
Sweet.
They're an old Pittsburgh band, so
Oh, there you go.
maybe
Hi,
they'll
Blake.
end up on 20 bucks spin.
No.
Yo, I appreciate you guys coming on too, man, and chopping it up with us old fuckers. But I mean, obviously, I'm a fan of the band, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Well, thank you for.
But maybe
the-
you found some, like, you know, some like I know Richard and Francisco, everybody, Necron. Like, we always want to hear other stuff too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah.
it be death metal, black metal, at all, man. I mean, I'm down with everything. Sick
I just
artwork,
ordered it.
music.
Why the song was playing? I was like, this is pretty fucking heavy, man.
I know, man.
So, got a new fan right here. I liked it.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I like the you had like a promo demo thing. It was like live or something with a blue cover. I was really into that.
That was the like rough draft of the first album.
Yeah, that was that just played through?
Yeah, just all like.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was
Because
for like a live video.
Yeah,
And then we just took the audio and put it on a cassette.
It was during
okay.
yeah, it was during quarantine, so we were just still trying to like meet up and do stuff because we were bored and like writing an album at the same time.
Yeah.
So then just to kind of have some sort of like live stream vid
Yeah.
to kind of like just for anyone who was willing to watch. And I thankfully we had Transylvania kind of push the tape out and the video
Yeah.
as well. So
I mean, it was cool. It was it's like all red room, red lights and candles, and you can't really see our face.
yeah.
Smoke everywhere, chains. Really cool.
Shout out to Stygian Obsession because they did one right like after us, or like we did it in like a split fashion that
Yeah.
eventually came out.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, that was another one.
Oh,
But,
no, it
but
was like
yeah,
similar.
still same vein. It was
was
still
tight, yeah.
quarantine.
It was
Did
tight.
some work,
Yeah, the recording was really it was just like one long like recording too. So it was like kind of like it had its own like I don't know, like I don't know what the word is. I want to say ambient, but that doesn't really fit the bill.
No.
Ambience.
different-
Ambience.
Yeah, nice thread.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it was sick.
There's like different vocal patterns on there because they like weren't fully fleshed out yet. And there's some little mistakes we noticed, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool. It was pretty much the like pre-production for the album
Yeah, basically.
for that live promo.
And what
Just-
guys what's some bands that you guys like get into?
That's a deep question.
Oh, I
It
know.
doesn't necessarily have to be metal. Just like, what are you guys listening
yeah,
to?
it doesn't even have to be metal.
Metal?
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go first. Say what you just said.
I'm not
I
gonna
know
do
that's
it.
always tricky, so you could always throw 2 or 3 at me, you know?
I think a big inspiration for all of us is like Spectral Voice.
Yeah, Spectral Voice.
Very, very awesome.
Disembowelment.
band. Disembowelment too.
Crips is like one of my favorite. I think it's one of Daniel's too.
At least regarding the style
Yeah,
that we play.
style-wise.
Like
Yeah.
I think
Cool.
those are like cool inspirations. But I personally listen to like a lot like instrumental like that band Chan. I listen to like a lot of ambient music. But I let the prog and ambient kind of influence.
I like rap a lot too.
Yeah, we all like rap a
we
lot.
all
I like rap.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I got my first Tribe Called Quest album today. I
Really?
don't,
Okay.
I don't know any of their music, and I've
That's a good
heard
one.
the buzz. So I got one today, and it's really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to keep that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. I picked.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The first one's really good.
Hell yeah.
Hold on, let me grab 'em. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, we'll have to show you. I like some dungeon synth, no doubt.
Dungeon Synth is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Oh, there
This
it
is the
is.
first
Low End Theory.
Here, yeah. It's a good
Depressive
album.
Silence is great.
There you go. Oh,
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
one I listened
Oh no,
to.
maybe that's the first one, isn't it? Midnight Marauders. I don't know. That record and the Low End Theory, they're both really good.
This
I'm
one
not
is
as
really
familiar with the other one.
good. Yeah.
Similar.
I
So, have
started
you-
to get more into freestyle rappers after like those records. So I was listening to like Necro and Cage and Nonfiction and everything. So I kind of started to step away from like, the I don't know, like the Tribe Called Quest type stuff or the De La Soul stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of lost rap in the early '90s. So
I mean,
Hey,
I
has
did
anybody
and I
heard this
didn't.
band?
Tease.
No,
That looks amazing.
Wow.
Okay, but hold on.
That
It
looks
gets
like
better.
4 Lizzie Bordens.
Look, you get Hardy Hardy looking for action when the moon is full.
Hell yeah.
Oh, look, he's screaming.
Dude, that looks like what's a cat? That looks like 4 The Great Cats on the record cover.
Yeah. And then I picked this one up.
Oh, Betsy Bitch.
The bitch is back.
He's back.
Show Chris Gamble that one.
That's
yeah.
good.
Do y'all know this one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oz.
That's great.
Fucking Chris Gamble's gonna fucking arise from his sleep right now.
I know. If he sees that Betsy Bitch record.
And Oz, I think, isn't he like a
and
huge
Oz,
Oz?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That album's good.
Oh, Exciter? Yeah.
This one.
Damn. So this is all this. This is all. This is all. So you got all this stuff. This is all in that same.
I got all this today.
You
Wow.
should probably let people know that if you're going to sell those off, you should try to let them know that it's for the guy's dialysis thing. So maybe they'll give some extra dough, you know?
Yeah, totally.
New York
look
Dolls?
New York
Dude,
Dolls.
look how
Wow.
hot these chicks are hot.
$3.99.
Oh shit! Yeah,
That was cool. It had a price tag on it.
$3.99, dude.
Severus,
$3.99,
they're
yes.
the Chief Keef of Death Doom.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of metal, dude. There's all kinds of shit, and of course,
Oh,
Oh,
hell yeah.
shit. Cinderella?
somebody save me.
I mean, I own that album. So
I owned the poster. My father brought the poster home from his work, and he's like, "Here's a poster for your room." And I felt obliged to hang it up. And then one day I just tore it down. I was like, "I hate this band."
come on, man. Night songs.
I
Come
was
on.
like, "I don't like this, man. I only like the girls in the video, not the bands."
Right.
Oh yeah, the 2 Cinderella girls. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the girls, and
The
the old-
Runaways.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, is that the live in Japan? Oh no.
Now, waiting for the night.
Waiting for the night. Oh no,
We
that's
go
something
down a
else.
lot of rabbit holes on Death Metal Podcast, don't we?
Hell yeah.
Alcatraz, no parole from rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
You guys from Severus listen to some of this stuff, or Prague?
This is some old.
Not the new metal.
I fuck with some Prague shit like Amandul and obviously the early King Crimson stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got Court of the Crimson King.
Or Fire from Yugoslavia. Anybody familiar with that?
No.
Oh, you should check it out. Yeah, there's this band Fire from Yugoslavia. The record is from '70. It's like a Prague like rock album, but like it's the most phenomenal fucking drumming you've ever heard. Really underknown, like nobody really knows about too much. You know how like some of those Prague psych records kind of like slipped under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. What about
they
death
called?
metal wise though? Beyond like disembowelment and stuff, you guys like Iverlock?
Arma a lot. I don't know if you guys know Inner Arma.
Say the band?
Inter Arma. You know them?
No, I think I've heard the name though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love them.
Cool.
Full of hell.
Death metal? Oh, dude, Cryptops.
Oh, Full of Hell? Yeah.
Yeah, Cryptops for sure.
Somebody's asking if they like Anatomia.
Anatomia? Severus, any Anatomia fans?
I thought we all were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we all were. Yeah.
Arcada were supposed to cover Night Songs, but never followed through.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to.
Dream Warriors?
Love it, Trey Billis.
Oh yeah, Acrobilis.
Oh, now you're gonna have Frasier listing nothing but
Necroharmonic going to be doing a double Anatomia CD. I might as well mention it on here eventually. That's going to be coming out at the pretty soon. I got to working on the advertisements and the layout. We got the front cover for it, so we're doing a double Anatomia CD soon.
Oh yeah,
be on the lookout for that.
I grew up listening to a lot of like the Swedish death metal stuff when I was a teenager, like Dismember and Tomb, Unleashed, Grey.
Cool. Yeah. Everyone, like everyone in this fucking chat, like everyone in this panel and everyone in this chat fucks with that,
Oh yeah.
I love me a good Nihilist demo, or earlier tonight we played a band called Obscure Infinity, which is actually a Grave song too. But they had a band from Sweden called Obscure Infinity that did a demo in '92, and it's pretty fucking rough. It's pretty brutal.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think about HM2 sound, Duff?
I love it. It's awesome. I love it.
I fucking hate
the
it.
Swedish
what about the rest of you guys? What about you, Richard and Francisco, Necron? What do you guys think about HM2 sound?
Yeah, we didn't say stuff with
What is
it?
I mean, HM2.
Well, it seemed like they made a whole genre of bands that basically use HM2s,
The heavy metal pedal?
Yeah, the heavy metal pedal.
Okay, I thought I wasn't sure.
I mean, if you use it to try to sound exactly like Nihilist and Tomb, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Can you even find that thing anymore?
No, you can. Yeah. There's a lot of really good clones of it too.
They probably, I was gonna say they probably have. I mean, Boss made cool pedals as it is, right? That's a Boss, right?
Yeah.
Create your own sound,
Yeah. Are you guys fans of pedals, or are you more straight into the amp guys?
No, we're all kind of pedal nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were actually just rehearsing some like live soundscaping. We're gonna.
They all have HM2s.
No. Some of the members were saying fuck the HM2.
Yeah, I think I have the old orange heavy metal pedal.
Yeah, I got one of those too, actually.
Yeah,
the orange heavy
one,
metal one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of
great? Like if you don't have a good amp, then you got a good sound if you got one of those. So, but once I got my Mesa Boogie dual rec, I never used a pedal again.
We're playing, yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of pedals? What kind of pedals do you guys have? Like guitar, bass pedals?
You go first.
All right, I run into a tuner, into a Keeley compressor, and then I have a Dark Glass Alpha Omega for the overdrive. That goes into the Sun Life pedal. And then right now it goes into a data corruptor and then down into a Hall of Fame reverb.
Oh, sick.
Damn.
And that's the bass.
That's just,
Damn,
oh, and I have a rainbow.
Is there any room for everybody else in the band? Holy shit.
You know what? We're gear nerds on this show too. Like I don't
I dig it.
but basically like we always like shake everyone down about their equipment on here.
What do you got?
Yeah, well, just like I like to know like what amps you guys fuck with, guitars, you know what I mean? I feel like it's a good conversation for death metalers.
No, I agree. That's what about
I'm like always like taking photos of people's boards to see like what they have on there so that I can try and like make the sound myself. Like checking I don't know if anybody uses equipboard.com. You can find people's gear like that they'll post.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like people like fans will take pictures or like the artists themselves will upload it, but it'll give you like the whole rundown of all their equipment.
I'm gonna have to upload Bill Venner's Disma fucking one up on there because I had a photo of it. He'd be pissed off at me after that though.
What about amps? You guys use like tube amps and
Tube amps, yeah. But right now, I'm actually in the process of probably getting a like a fractal like audio processor, like a floorboard. Just because we are going to be traveling, so I just want to deal with like a less like the guitarist in my other like prog band uses one of those with a like an onboard like preamp.
Yeah.
runs it straight to the speaker. So I kind of just want to literally rip that method and just kind of use it for this band.
Yeah, you take your sound wherever you go without having to carry so much shit around, right?
Massive head.
But yeah,
Or break your tubes or whatever, like especially if you're gonna tour, right?
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So but as of now, I use a orange TH30. So it's like only a 30-watt amp, but the tone on it is just kind of super dank. I fucking
Oh
love
yeah.
it.
Oh, you guys have a fucking pretty dank ass sound, dude. Just to be honest, so
Heavy as hell.
yeah.
Very thick.
How are you,
So
Dave?
Severus, is this your first time touring to Canada?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
So y'all never had to deal with the border patrol yet, have y'all?
No.
No, we'll see how it goes.
we keep getting that comment. Like everybody's just like
Yeah.
down. It's
You gotta have your license. You gotta have your license in order. You know.
Yeah,
They're
for good reason.
really, really strict. And
Yeah.
just.
They
Very
can
careful.
no. I actually have had both experiences with them. Like the time I was high on mushrooms, they did search me, but then they searched my shoes and everything too. But the other times I was there was times when they were just like, "Go ahead."
Are you sure? Are you sure this happened, or it wasn't like a trip?
No, the trip during the trip, because I was there with John McEntee from Incantation and Ronnie and shit, and John was all pissed off at me because I had chugged all my mushrooms before the border. So like he was like, "Yo, man," he's like, "You're tripping your face off, and we're going into the border. You know, we have to go to see Border Patrol. We got to go inside, dude." And I'm like, "That's fine. I'm fine, dude. I'm fine." And he kind of was like throwing me off, you know, like I'm like, "Yo, leave me alone, dude. You know, just because you're not high doesn't mean I'm like, you get past this, dude. You know." But then they took this. They're like, "What's wrong with this guy over here?" You know.
He's high mushrooms.
So they searched my sneakers and then they let me go, man. I don't know.
There you go.
I've heard a lot of people like ship, if you're gonna take birch, they ship it over to a friend in Canada or something like that for
To avoid the taxes.
Yeah. And I heard they give you a hard time too, but I don't know. I haven't personally experienced it, but
I know
They
people
want to
that have
count
done
every
both.
single T-shirt you have, and they want to count every single CD you have for sale. Anything that you have for sale, they're going to want to tax you on it.
Well,
You know
Richard,
what? Years ago, fucking in '91 or so, I remember Immolation drove through the Canadian border, and all the guys from Immolation were straight, and they searched their fucking van inside and out, top to bottom, ripping out the cushions, everything. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Well,
You know?
yeah, Richard, when you were out on the road with those bands like Dr. Dog, did you guys travel up north?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, so Richard knows firsthand, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the first time I went to Canada, they put me aside. The first question they asked me was, "Are you in trouble with the law?" And I said, "No." And then about 40 minutes later, they called me into an office and they said, "You lied to us." I was, "No, I'm not lying." And they said, "In 1992, you got arrested for possession of marijuana." And I said, "Yeah, that was like 20 years ago." And they were like, "We asked you if you were in trouble with the law, and you said no." I said, "Yeah, but that was 20 years ago, and I paid a fine, and everything's cool now. I'm not in trouble anymore." And they weren't going to let me in. Then kind of had me scared for a while. And then they refused to stamp my passport because they said, if you're caught in the country with your passport not stamped, you will automatically be sent to jail. And then after that, you'll be fined. And then after that, you'll be deported. So they were really cruel.
I thought it was supposed to be nice. Isn't that the whole Canadian?
I know.
Once you get into Canada, it's beautiful. It's great. And everybody is nice. It's just the border patrol. The border is really
fucking cops.
We're gonna get these guys to fucking cancel their shows.
No, they're gonna be at the border and they're gonna be fucking like tripping their face off. They'll be like,
prepare yourself.
Roy's right.
I've had experience too, like going from like going through the Michigan Canadian border. It was those Canadian border guys are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Or like I said, I got lucky too, man. I was in the car with Alex from Goraphobia and Dave from Funebrarum, and we were going to see Blasphemy in Montreal. They just looked in the car. They're like, "See you later." I was like, "All right, that was fucking awesome, dude. That was the best border crossing I had in my life."
You're not Mexican.
When hot,
I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know. Like that, yeah, I don't know what the
Wait
fuck.
till they get a load of us, man.
I mean, Richard, your name is very, like, it's just Richard Santos, so they probably pulled up like 600 of them, you know?
Exactly.
Hey, Sam has a hell of an idea. Did you see what he wrote?
Do a live stream of the border crossing, Death Metal Pilots exclusives. If you guys want, hit me up, man.
Yeah, get on your phone.
Yeah, because I can like literally record something anytime here, you know. So if you wanted to do an undercover border crossing,
Fucking. Yeah. Yep. No, but yeah, I mean, not to discourage you guys, but it was more.
We're not trying to fuck with Jews.
Yeah. No,
I think it's cool that you guys are
really
hitting
fine.
the road. So you're doing like mostly all like West Coast.
Yeah, just for now, and then hopefully once the like new album comes out, we like plan to do like album release either like in New York,
Cool.
or Philly or something, and then we have like a tour set up for like next year with Cruelty.
Okay.
That's in freaking
Cool.
Japan.
Yeah, we're in the works for that right now.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Yeah, that's awesome. So maybe if you're in New York or somewhere, I might even get a chance to see you guys, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I was kind of a fixture in like the New York, New Jersey scene, like most, you know, for like a certain sector of my life.
Okay.
Then when I moved upstate New York, everything was like 3 hours away to Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's where the main scene is now. And you know, there's some stuff going on in New Jersey too. But like I have my choice now. I can either go to Rhode Island scene or I can go to New York scene because they're about the same distance and traffic wise. So it's like I've been going to Rhode Island for shows, and then sometimes I go to Brooklyn to go to certain shows at like St. Vitus or something, you know?
Yeah.
I want to play there.
Yeah, I want to go out to the West Coast personally.
All right.
Have you ever been to the Webster in Hartford, Connecticut?
I don't think I've been to that one, no.
That's Richard has.
That's
What's it called?
the Connecticut metal venue right now. I'm actually from the East Coast, so that's
Okay.
where the scene was really thriving.
The
there.
Webster in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
no.
Shadow of Intent, Currents, Boundaries, a lot of like more metalcore stuff, and Shadow of Intent is more death metal. Kind of just straight ahead stuff, some symphonic stuff in there too, but pretty good scene out of there.
Yeah, we had a decent scene in Jersey when I was leaving Jersey. Like first I was throwing shows there and then I had given that up. And then there was a secondary scene going on at this place called the Meat Locker, which I had like a rehearsal studio there. And I noticed like SN Dead and a bunch of other bands passed through there on tours recently. So it's cool. Like I see more like death metal, like underground kind of, you know, death metal bands playing through at the Meat Locker in New Jersey. It's a good spot.
Hey, what was that? What was that legendary Connecticut venue? Like in the 80s?
Toads.
Which one?
Anthrax?
Anthrax. That's the one.
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
an
place-
old one.
That was like all that was like more of like a hardcore kind
That
of
would
thing.
be where
but-
like the Descendants and fucking Black Flag would play.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But
Yeah, I've got a few flyers from the Anthrax.
Anthrax. That's right.
Mhm.
Cool, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys come out and do more too. And I'm sure being on $20 spin is definitely helpful, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely. Hopefully,
That
if,
you-
if there's bands out there that like want to play with us in freaking New York, please like let us know and help us get booked over there so we can.
Yeah.
Play.
I don't it's like sometimes it's hit or miss. I have to decide like date wise. Like I base, because I run a record label too, like I base my shows going around my record label instead of the opposite, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't go to everything. Even my own friends' bands, like say like somebody was singing for some other thing and It was a big ass show, man. It was like Immolation Mortician or something. And I didn't go because I was like, I gotta work, dude. You know.
I mean,
But
yeah,
there's certain things I do fuck with though, especially if I think it's gonna be like, I'm never gonna see this again, you know. But it's like then sometimes I think like a band will come back, say like Fetid or something. They played, and I was like, I'll just go see them the next time, you know. And it's like I don't know if there was a next time, you know what I mean? I know Francisco's band played with them in Texas.
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah,
And I saw that what's his face joined on drums, Julian.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. Really good drummer.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's in like Cystic too. It's an awesome death metal band.
Yeah, he's been a good supporter too of the label, and I always see him rocking out my hoodies and shit.
Yeah, dude,
he's a good guy.
Yeah,
oh, shout out to
know the band?
Elisa Dorsey too for rocking out the crematory hoodie, and she's in a band called Blacklight High Water or something. Blacklight.
Oh yeah. They're from like Seattle, right?
Yeah, well they moved to LA right now, but yeah.
They're like it was like indie rock kind of stuff.
Yeah, like a doomy kind of female death, not death, like doomy. But she's into death metal, so I was just talking to her before I got online here.
Yeah, it's Blackwater Holy Light or something.
Blackwater
like
Holy Light, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dope.
Do y'all know Skeletal Remains?
Yeah,
we played with them.
We played a show with them.
Yeah.
I think they're playing here in Austin tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. Oh, nice. Those guys play all the time. They're like
Probably
constantly.
here for South by or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, Richard Santos is in Austin, so there's what's going on there?
South by Southwest.
Right.
It's the big music.
I've been seeing picture updates from one of my Instagram friends of South by Southwest stuff.
Yeah.
They said they got to wait on a bunch of lines.
Oh yeah. The first South by Southwest show I went to, I saw Gamicide, Dead Horse with Dykrutzen. Remember them?
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dykrutzen rules.
Yeah, and who else was there?
I never knew how to say their name.
Q Whitey and the Jack Officers.
Jack Officers.
Yeah, the Jack Officers. I think they were the first band I played. But yeah,
It's great to see the young band shoot the shit with the old dogs. We're all the same, motherfucker. That's why, right? Like,
I'll have to say,
the same, dude.
I'm the youngest of all these old people, though. So.
I mean, the thing is, like, I feel I'm all the same, bro. Like, I'm no different than these guys. Just because they're younger doesn't mean dick to me, man.
Exactly.
I mean, we all listen to, you know, like, you guys are talking about disembowelment. So, like, I'm down with fucking disembowelment, man, you know?
I was born in the year 2000. So,
I find that cool, though. I don't know why. Like, for me, and then you're doing music that I listen to, so I'm like, fuck, dude.
That's amazing because
can't get hurt.
That's amazing because I'm sure everybody, all the other guys were like, the year 2000 seems so fucking far away when we were kids.
It did. I definitely remember in the 80s talking to my older brother, like, what's the music of the year like 2000 gonna sound like? And my older brother said, it's gonna suck. He was right.
You know why? Because you had Prince had the big setup. He had 1999, right?
Yeah, dude.
That's true.
So he kind of made it bad, you know?
Right. It was destined for an epic fail. You know,
He didn't have to live through the whole Y2K fucking shit.
Death metal is the fountain of youth. You're fucking right. Damn straight, dude.
We played a show in Sacramento that had a woman who was like probably like 65 show up, remember? And she had this fucking crazy Slam shirt on too. Like, and she was there for the whole show.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. There's a little of everything out there, you know? You got younger kids. I mean, even Necron, he had his nephew on here before, so.
He's probably their age, right? Well, how old are you guys?
We're all like 30, 27.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Yeah, you're not that young.
You're not that young.
Yeah, you're not that young.
He's the youngest. He's
22
early
by
20s.
5 years. Yeah.
20
You
what?
guys get a heavy motherfucking sound, dude. I have to say.
Yeah, hell
man.
yeah.
Congrats, man. This shit's heavy.
Yeah.
Did you ask him where did you guys record that song we heard?
Dead Stare Audio with our friend Andrew, who's our engineer.
Los Angeles.
Dead Stare Audio in Los Angeles.
And
Yeah, he's got a studio out in Chinatown.
yeah, if you don't mind, Roy, I got some nerdy questions to ask him about the studio, about the recording stuff.
Yeah, sure. Go for it, brother.
So
You're the JD tonight.
yeah. So do you got well, first of all, how many like rhythm guitar tracks did you guys do? And first off, like how many rhythm tracks do you have on the recording?
We just layered like one of
I don't know. Was it one or two?
For the heavy, one of us, and then one with you, I thought. But wait, Andrew had the DI too.
Yeah, I can't
so
honestly. I can't remember. I think this new album is double, but I think it's just like one in one like rhythm guitar track. I don't think it was anything too like layered. At least for the first album.
So did the drums get recorded to a scratch track or a click, or how did you do it?
It's a long story.
The drums on that were to a click.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean
the drums
that's
on the new album though are live.
Yeah. So what did you do it live this time for a reason?
Yeah, we have a new drummer.
Okay.
And it was Andrew, the our recording engineer. It was his idea. Like, hey, let's do it live. Like, let's not do it to like an exact click.
And this big fancy studio.
Yeah, this crazy huge studio that Papa Roach records at. So yeah, have to mention that.
So you all recorded live?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he was in the drum room behind the glass, and we were in like the main area, and we were playing piped into him, and then he just recorded to like just us playing.
Oh, okay, cool. And then you came back and retracked your.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guitars and then
Yeah.
Did you keep? Oh well, I guess not. And what's I gonna? So yeah. So how much stuff like after the basic tracks like drum tracks and bass and rhythm did you guys add? Because you hear a lot of things going on. Oh, I heard a lot of things going on in that song that he played. Like there's other sounds coming out of there. What other stuff did you guys do?
We did. Yeah. For her Odyssey, we had some that song we shared. We had some synth work on that I did.
Okay.
Me and the engineer Andrew, we primarily kind of handled the like post production aspect of like any recordings we do. And then I personally arranged. There's some strings on that first album on like 2 tracks that I personally recorded with a violin player. Shout out to my friend Aaron Chung.
Nice.
Yeah, he helps me do strings on for this band, and then my ambient project. So we usually get together once the music is done, and then I usually score out his parts for him, and then we'll just kind of bang it out together.
Cool. Oh, you said score. Now, are you like a music major or something?
Yeah. I study at UCLA for music.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, I had to step out of the room and get high for a moment.
I feel like
yeah.
I do that, but I do that during the songs.
I do too sometimes, but I just couldn't wait any longer.
He couldn't wait any longer.
Well, I mean, Francisco was going down the rabbit hole there, so I mean, I like to hear, like, I'll watch the playback and usually watch those parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Severus, who are some bands that you would like to go on tour with?
Yeah, good question.
I
love when these guys have to think about you. Like, who would like to go on tour with?
On tour with
Primitive Man.
Yeah.
Would be super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we ever got the chance to do it with like Spectral Voice, that would be that would be awesome. Even Crips.
Yeah, Crips.
Yeah, Crips.
Crips from Finland.
Yeah.
And then
Elizabeth Color Wheel. I would play with them.
yeah, that's a good band.
Did you say Elizabeth?
Elizabeth Color Wheel.
Okay.
I would play with them in a heartbeat.
I like Morbid Angel would be cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like for me, you could
I feel like we could like match with like death metal and like death doom or like funeral doom bands and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're open to like playing with like a lot of bands.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What's
I
up,
think
John Graves? We're on here with Severus.
Yeah, I think
How's
our
it going?
influence is kind of like let us like kind of be open to playing with anything. I think like we kind of try to draw in whatever we can. So
We don't just stick to like one style of death metal.
Yeah.
Understandable.
No like high tops or like mullets.
or Pit Vipers, yeah.
Or Pit Vipers.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that. I mean, is that a Cali thing or what?
It's like a nerd.
It's
there's just like a certain subsect of OSDM that's just like really into that kind of like 80s style
And, like,
like
wrestling?
fashion.
Yeah.
That like I don't know. I feel like at this point it's like kind of petered out a bit.
Yeah, maybe. It
Oh.
probably like petered out like a year or two ago, right?
Yeah, it's like kind of faded a bit more into obscurity. Like the newer death metal scene, I feel like isn't like that. It's a lot more.
You know what it is? It's like you have to remember, like when it comes to metal, like sometimes bands are in it for like they might do something for fashion just so people will look at them too, So like, but then it becomes a parody of itself if it's done wrong and for too long, right?
It's like meme bands that just post memes all day and stuff. And there's like no substance. It gets boring.
Yeah, that could happen. Or a shirt band, where they just they put out
The term that I keep seeing recently is merchcore.
Yeah, merchcore.
merchcore. Yeah, I've been seeing that too.
Wow.
I mean, that would represent a band that has like, say, like ETD, your band, Francisco. When you put out your stuff, instead of putting out like additional demos, you put out like fucking 45. Like you put out like a shirt like every fucking week, dude.
Yeah.
A shirt for every song.
Way more actually than that.
Yeah. It's like, hey guys, we got 2 songs and 10 different shirt designs and
Pretty much. Yeah, like a 4 songs, but you got like 25 shirt designs.
Or like when the
That's
band's
real,
like,
man. That's real. People do that.
People do that, dude.
I mean, I mean, yeah, I think so.
I mean, the early days of Sanguisugabog after that first EP, they had a shit ton of shirts, but they had one 4-song EP.
Right.
Yeah. They're one of those bands that just like put out merch constantly. But people buy it.
I mean, if it's supporting them on the road, I get it. You know what I mean? And that's what they did. They hit the road with it. They didn't just sit at home and sell it. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
They tour.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was like, okay, well, this is kind of a little more fair game. They need this money to fucking pay for themselves to move around.
They have great merch. They got everything from socks to rolling papers to flags.
We need some blunt wraps or something.
Fucking that band Health is selling butt plugs right now with their logo on it.
Wow.
I'm not joking. I just saw that on Twitter today.
Oh shit.
Dude,
Well,
I'm
to
trying
each his own.
I'm trying to sell 10 shirts, much less fucking like 10 designs. You know what I mean? It's hard
Yeah. I mean, or just try to make more songs.
That's
I like it.
that tends to be a main focus, at least from like my part, and I think the rest of the band is like staying focused on the material.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, everything else comes after, but I think the music is first and foremost. And
Like,
I never.
sure.
I
T-shirts fade.
I
T-shirts
did notice
fade.
that you guys did not go completely buck wild with the amount of music you did put out. Like you put out some stuff, but like it's been like more consistent and a little like, you know what I mean, like better stuff.
Less like demos and splits and more focused on albums and EPs.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then, like we have like a live one-off tape that we just did for like a tour. Like a run quick, nothing crazy.
No, I see that.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't hurt to have a little merch, like, on the road. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have little things or
You need it. Yeah.
little teasers also for the fans. Like I think it's important for the fans to have that stuff, not so much even for you guys to have it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
Because a lot of people, they want to take home something from the show, you know, even if it's just a little poster or, you know, shop rag or something. It's
Yeah,
something
like-
tangible that they can take home. And the cheaper
Upload.
that it is, you know, the more that you'll sell.
Yeah.
exactly.
Especially if it's under
And you have no
under a price for the price of a beer. You know, most beers will
For
be
sure.
like what, $3-4
Well,
bucks.
Richard,
In Texas.
I don't want to put Richard on the spot, but Richard used to tour around with these. I guess they were fairly successful bands, wouldn't you say? Like what made
yeah.
Milwaukee? They were pretty big
Oh, yeah.
names, I guess, in like the indie scene.
For sure.
And they would tour around a lot. I guess you helped them with merch, right?
Yeah, I do everything from videography, photography, merchandising, road managing, just
Now-
everything in general.
And what
Yeah.
I was going to ask, so these type bands that are, you know, a little bit bigger and out there playing, what were the prices of like their T-shirts?
About $15-20.
Okay, see,
But like bands like Dr. Dog, they would go into like grocery stores and buy like a box of the box of books of matches that have like maybe 100 books of matches on them,
Uh-huh.
and then they would draw and design, put their logo on it and put it out in the merch booth and sell the matches for $1 each, and people would buy that.
Oh,
A
shit.
sewing kit, a little sticker with their name. They'll buy.
A sewing kit?
Yes, I mean any little thing. I used to print up like notepads, scratch pads, print pencils, just anything that would be cheap, $1, $2, because people would love to throw small bills out. A lot of people can't afford $5 or $10, so you always want to have something out there for like $2 or $3, and yeah, people love it.
Well, yeah, it's like that impulse buy at the grocery store, right?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Especially if it's cheap and it has your name on it. As long as it's cheap and has your name on it, people pick it up.
Well, perfect example. Richard, one of Richard's all-time favorite bands from Houston was Dead Horse.
Oh,
They had. Did you see that can of what was that can of tuna or something they had that they put like a Dead Horse logo on it or something like that?
Yeah, there was some meat.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
It was like a can. I think it was a can of tuna or something like that.
That had been some chili or something.
Yeah, maybe I don't remember, but yeah, that's pretty wild. But yeah, that's cool.
Dead Horse, they were one of those bands that were just, they knew what to do as far as merch. They always sold all kinds of merch. I don't know I don't think it's a secret. I don't know, but that one year, I believe they made over $80,000 in merch.
Oh,
shit.
And this was back in like 92 or something like that. Like when
Dead Horse
came out.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember them like hitting like $80,000 in merch and thinking,
God damn.
wow, that's how much my parents paid for their house. They made that in t-shirt sales. But of course, they were giving a lot of that stuff away, like even me included. Mike would always say, oh no, dude, don't stop paying for t-shirts. And I had like 6 or 8 different Dead Horse shirts, because every time one came out, they'd give all their friends one.
Yeah.
And so the money didn't turn over as well. So, but at least you got your merch out there and people knew who you were and everybody was wearing their shirts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of cool, man. And you know what? You hit a note right with me just now because you said that somebody wants to go home from the show with like something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that hits a note with me for some reason because I remember being younger and like literally going and stealing the flyer off the wall. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And putting it in my pocket.
That was
be like, I have to have this flyer.
That was huge. When you saw like a sick flyer for the show you were at, it's like I'm taking that one. Or a set list. How many set lists did you ever just take off the stage or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember jumping on stage as soon as the band finishes and walks away. I just run up to the stage and just grab a set list.
Hell yeah.
I was always that kid because I was always had to be the kid in the front row.
Yeah, dude. I think we all were. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of merch, do you guys have like a website or a Bandcamp or something?
Yeah, all of our stuff's on our Bandcamp.
Yeah.
We just put up like a handful of things that we had left over before we go on tour. Yeah, from our last show. some Chief Keef shirts,
Yeah.
Black and white.
Yeah, it was on there trying to copy your whatever live in Seattle tape, but it was sold out. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a tape hoe, like if you see back here, you know.
What's behind the curtain?
It's double.
Roy,
it's double thick.
Roy, do you collect cassettes?
I mean, I have been only in the last like couple of years because they seem like the cheapest format, and then like where I screen print, like there's a cassette player down there, so I'm like, fuck it, dude, the cassette it is, you know.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to just be a slave to Spotify and I'm you're not going to change records in the middle of screen printing.
Right.
I don't even want to fuck with my CDs in the middle of screen printing, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But cassettes, it's like, you know what? Like I'll fuck with these for some reason. They seem like encapsulated and like they're the cheapest format right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been a little bit of a cassette hoe.
Yeah, 2 of my best friends have cassette labels right now.
Right.
One guy here in Austin, Ben Buck, has a cassette label called Speaker Bump, and it's all rap. It's like street rap, and it's great. Everything he puts out, dude, he sells out. Every one. And then another friend of mine, one of the guys that's in that band, Dr. Dog, he started his own tape company called Press On Records, and dude, yeah, he's selling.
This is